Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for the first ManDem United podcast of the new year. The podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. As you can see from the title, Manchester United players finally shown up. So we'll be discussing Manchester United's 2-2 draw away to Liverpool at Anfield. Also looking ahead to Sunday's game against Arsenal in the FA Cup as Manchester United travel to the Emirates. Rumour mill going crazy as always with Manchester United. Marcus Rashford linked with moves away. I've seen him be linked with moves away to AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, Saudi Arabia, plus more. So we'll be discussing all of those things. Also incomings as well. Manchester United linked to left wing back Patrick Dorgu from Lecce, linked to Kolo Muani, plus more as well. I'm sure the lovely people in the comment section, the lovely citizens in the city of Sarcasm, will give us more information on regards to all the rumors that are indeed going on as well. Please keep all your comments or your questions Manchester United related to. Make sure you do that. All comments, all questions Manchester United related, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live. Or please make sure you hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. At That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on all socials. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Road to 14,000 subscribers, people. So let's run up those likes, please. Get sharing across all socials and subscribe to the channel as well. And I'm here with it. It's only right to start the new year with one of the OGs of Sarcasm City TV from the best coast, which is the West Coast. Eddie is in the building. Yes, Eddie, what are you telling me, man? You good?
All good, all good. Happy Tuesday, good people. Shout out to my dog El Jefe wearing that fine Morehouse attire. You know, let him know the best college in the world, what it looked like. And man, they showed up. These dudes showed up. We had Bruno thinking it was FIFA Street out there. I nearly spilled everything I was trying to sip on that morning. It was crazy. It was crazy. But we got the result. On to the Arsenal. We move, man. We move.
It's 110%. And your further thoughts, before I give mine, your further thoughts on the game against Liverpool. We'll start there.
Yeah. No, first half, like I said, they were just running around first half. I could not get down what I was seeing first half, but miraculously it was 0-0. Should have actually had a goal, but you know what? Let me not say we should have had a goal because I forgot who actually received the opportunity to put us in front. Yeah. So let's just say we had a chance.
Yeah.
We had a chance, you know. Second half came through and Lissandro got the party started. My God.
Yeah.
I had thoughts of putting that brother at striker for a second. Because I'm just like, shit, it can't get any worse. Then I think it was the Dutch brother.
For us, Delete. You talk about Delete?
No, yeah, well, let's start there.
Hey, all right, go on. Oh, you talk about Gakpo when you say he scored for them. Yeah, you talk about Gakpo. Okay.
My boy had Delete doing his "you got served" impersonation.
Yeah.
Just sliding in the rain, dog. Yeah. Just sliding in the rain. I think for the totality of his performance, it's like 2 mistakes led to 2 of their goals, but other than that, you were solid.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I'm in a rock and a hard place because, like, look, the handball is one of those things where you're on a wet surface. Your balance is already off. You engage your arms to keep yourself on balance when you turn. And it just happened that you happen to strike the ball. Like a deliberate handball, I can get at you like, bro, you're just being childish in the moment. That one is just like, all right, we're gonna chalk it up to the game. So Delit, he was okay. I won't hold because he's been solid since he's been here. 2 mistakes, it is what it is.
Yeah, he's been good since he's been here.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him some grace. But we went down 2-0, 2-1, and I couldn't even see the goal coming. And for Garnacho to get on the pitch and actually do something, a broke clock is right twice a day, people.
Nice facts.
Because he puts that cross in all the fucking time, and nobody gets on the other end of it. Just this time, the story of Ahmad continues.
Mm-hmm.
He gets on the end of it, good finish, composed finish.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point where I'm just happy with a draw. I have no, again, I had no types of, I had irrational confidence because I hate Liverpool that much that I'll never give them credit for anything.
Absolutely.
So whenever it's United, Liverpool, it's always going to be 2-0 United. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so once the 2-2 happened, I'm like, okay, let's just get out of Dodge. And then Harry Maguire.
Talk about it because there's been mixed. I've heard mixed things on this, like the lit situation, like with the handball you mentioned, but with the Maguire miss, some people saying Xerxes should have shot. Some people saying the pass should have been better into Xerxes. Well, everyone agrees the pass from Xerxes should have been better into Maguire. People also saying Maguire should have done Miles better, even though the pass. Where do you stand with all those things?
If he makes the goal, nobody's making that much of a fuss about the pass.
True.
And it's not like it was it wasn't terrible. It could have been better, of course.
Yeah.
But Maguire's composure, and again, he's shown an ability to play on the ball very well. I'll give him credit. It's hard to give Maguire credit because then he does shit that just makes you look foolish in the end, like a couple weeks later. But playing centrally in a back three, which I think we all agreed he'd be better in. He's been decent
in a back three. Yeah. That's why the thing is with Maguire. I've said this as a squad player. Us playing a back three, I don't mind him. Now him playing week out is the problem, but him playing every now and then, which he has done this season, you see the best of him. This is what happened. This is what happened in Ten Hag's first season with McTominay. We didn't talk about him like that because we see him as a squad player. The problem comes when squad players play consistently because you see why they should be squad players.
Absolutely.
You see they're exposed. When they're playing 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row, it's like, oh, you're not it. But the odd game here and there where you may play 3 or 4, then you don't play the next 2 or 3. Then you might play 2, then a 1, etc. Like you need to break it up, but go on, carry on.
I'm telling you, bro, it's like in real life, you going out with a chick, there's gonna be a point. Especially you've been dating her for a long time.
Go on.
You just gonna start noticing everything she don't do right. Then you gotta snap out of it and remember everything that she do right. So you just gotta chill. Like you can live with the rest of that other shit. This is the thing with Maguire.
Well,
he can be a blockhead in the middle of a 3, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
But then he just gets put in that one situation where he's in space. And whether that's making a backwards pass or missing a wide open fucking net, he'll make you think about all that bullshit he be on. And so, honestly, if I was going to go player ratings for all of them, most of them would get like a 6. Because they all had, I think, impactful moments that led to the result.
Yeah.
I think the only person who stood out for me, like, from minute 1 to minute 90.
I know you're gonna say.
Ugarte.
Yeah.
He did his job the best out of anybody on that pitch, especially what he had to deal with.
Absolutely.
Like he's dealing with the technical abilities, those grabbing birches. He's helping out with the attacking threats. He's placing. He almost again. I don't know if Xerxes was offside on that last chance.
Yeah, well, Pops told me yesterday, shout out to Beijing Pops, that Xerxes was offside. So if he said he was, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But
it would be. I thought it would have been a tight call. It would have been a tight call, you know. But you know, I got to give credit to him above all, and that just continues the theme. The wingback still concern me. But just to finish up, man, again, don't do that shit and then pull some bullshit this upcoming Sunday. The game after that, then pull up another theatrical performance. Like, nah, find some consistency. So, all in all, respect them for getting the job done, for real.
Yeah, and that's where I'm with it. Big up to everyone in the chat. I'm going to give my thoughts on it before we do indeed move on. But big up to Stephanie G, King, Original, Victor, Don C, good to see you in the chat. Shouts to everyone tapped in. Lucian, big up
Real
as well.
ones.
You lot get your
Appreciate all
questions
y'all.
in as well. Kind FC, Matthew as well, Malusi also. But Eddie, what you said there, and that's why the title is that Eddie picked. Manchester United players finally shown up because they did. And this is credit to them. But this is where also the frustration lies. And this is where you hear Amarim. Bruno said it in his interview after the game. Martina said it too. We can go here and perform like this. This is why it's more annoying and more frustrating that we can't perform like this at home to Newcastle, at home to Bournemouth, at home to Nottingham Forest, etc. Because these players are capable. Something I've stated for the longest time, that as much as I don't rate these players highly, they are much better than they are showing. And they shown that today. They shown up against Liverpool. They did that, and we should have won that match. If we take our chances, which we should have taken, we win the game. Diallo doesn't time his run for the Dalot cross. Time your run. You can see it's Dalot on his left foot. You know the ball's probably going to go backwards. Time your run better. He's better than that. If he times his run, he comfortably gets a header, and we score a big up Sheik in the cut as well. Hoyland won. We all know Hoyland. Big up to Sheik. We all know Hoyland's poor. We all know this. Should still score because Martinez hasn't been good, and we don't rate him. And he wrapped it into the back of the net from a similar situation. So, in regards to that, he should score there. We did well defensively overall. You're never gonna go to Anfield and keep Liverpool completely quiet. It's like in basketball when you're playing against certain players, they're gonna get shots off. You're not gonna keep a Steph or a KD to 0 points. The point is you try and do is limit them so they don't hit you for 40 or 50. And that's what we did with Liverpool, is we limited them. Yeah, McAllister should have scored. There was the Gakpo chance. That was pretty much it. Van Dijk in the second half. But other than that, there wasn't really much. We should have won the game. And that's credit to how the team played. And we played well. Amarim got the lineup right. Our left-hand side, which I've been super critical of from a defensive standpoint and an offensive standpoint, shown up. Martinez, outside of the goal, bear in mind the goal was a fantastic strike. He's won the ball back on the front foot, aggressive, intercepting, being brave, because let's say he misses that interception, Liverpool can then break, but that's the type of game you play. Then it's gone into Bruno, who played very, very well, in particular the second half. In the second half, Bruno played. He was decent in the first half, but in the second half, he was very, very good. Great assist, weighted pass, no stupid decision-making, no daft passes, like winning free kicks, was smart, wasn't petulant, wasn't complaining at the referee, wasn't complaining at his teammates, was out there running around working hard. And it's amazing how you can do that there, but we see you in so many other games not do that. And he was very, very good. Dalot as well, someone who we've all been critical of, and we'll get into it later in the show about Manchester United and the left wing backs that we have indeed been linked to, like Dorgu, Mendes, etc. We all are pretty much in agreement that Manchester United need a left wing back. But Dalot against Liverpool, on point. First time he picked up the ball early in the game, took on Trent and went past him. That's all we ask for. Even if you take him on and he tackles you, next time you pick up the ball, take him on again. Just law of averages. If you keep dribbling at a fullback, you're probably going to get past him a couple times, and then you have the opportunity to make things happen. And Trent was awful. And yes, there's a lot going on with Trent. However, that is credit to Dalot. That is credit to Bruno, because they targeted a weak point in Liverpool's side. And someone stated, I can't remember who it was, they can't remember the last time we've actually seen us do that. That tells you, and that is credit again to the team. We kept switching the ball out to the left-hand side. And obviously, that's where the 2 goals came from. Garnacho, that's the best we've seen him play in the longest. Again, similar to Bruno, no daft decision-making, no foolishness, not holding onto the ball for too long. Got the ball, give it. Even the goal that he set up, normally that cross will get blocked because he take 1 too many touches, but he picked up the ball, was positive, was direct, crossed it into the box. Here an area. That's all we ask. Here an area. Great finish by Diallo, by the way. And that's why he plays the 10. That's why Diallo plays in the 10. Like, yes, is Diallo a very good wing back, as we've seen? Yes. Is he our best right wing back from an offensive standpoint? Also, yes. But the issue lies is he's also our best attacker. He's also our best number 10. Because if he's playing wing back, that don't drop to him. You need your quality players, especially ours, in the final third, because we have very few players of quality in the final third. And the biggest credit I can pay the team is that we got a deserved draw. Agate quality, my man of the match. And too many people do results-based analysis, not just with teams, not just with players, because I've been saying this about Agate. That performance is nothing new. He's been performing like that the entire time Amarim's been here. Winning tackles, interceptions, closing down passing lanes, doubling up, whether it's the right wing back or the left wing back or the right-sided centre-back or the left-sided centre-back. Important blocks. Him on the ball, which is severely underrated because he's not silky. People want to act like he's terrible on the ball. He's competent. Now everyone's quiet. And again, too much results-based analysis, because if we lose this game, let's say Van Dijk scores late and Manchester United lose 3-2, people are not talking about Agate. People are not talking about how well he played. He's been playing this way. But because we lost to Bournemouth, because we lost to Nottingham Forest, bear in mind he got taken off in both those games, people are not talking about. He's been playing this way. Stop doing results-based analysis and actually watch the game.
Tell him.
Actually watch performances. Because people act, your team lost, everybody was terrible. Your team won, everybody was great. No, football doesn't work like that because there's 11 players out there. You can lose a game 3-0 and a player played well. You can win a game 4-0 and a player wasn't good. To me, we got a great point and a great performance, but De Ligt, terrible. I said this. Terrible. Those two mistakes, for me, unforgivable. Especially the first one. Because I've seen you defend in these areas countless times this season. Let Gakpo shoot on his, he's left-footed. Double A made this point. You know him because you man are both Dutch. You've been in camps with him. You know he wants to get onto his right foot. We all know he's right foot. You'll hear me saying watch-alongs all the time because normally wingers are playing and attackers are playing on the wrong side. Don't let him cut in. So whether it's Salah on the right-hand side, hey, don't let Salah cut in on his left foot. Keep him on his right foot. Same with Gakpo on the other side. Keep Gakpo on his left-hand side. Why are you diving in? Great finish, by the way. Fantastic finish by Gakpo. Nothing Onana can do that. And the second one, he's just not concentrating. That's why he's handballed the ball. Because it's a crossing. I think Trent has crossed it. It's hit off a player and it's going towards him. And he's just not concentrating. And you cannot afford lapse of concentration at the highest level. And I expect better from De Ligt. This was Maguire, I'd be less critical. You know why? Because I have my expectations of Maguire as not as high as they are as they are for De Ligt, because I rate De Ligt much higher. You're better than that. So therefore, because you're better than that, I expect more. This is why I'm not crashing on Højlund for missing like that. You know why? I don't expect too much. But Diallo, I'm much more critical because you can time your run better because you're a better player. And we did keep Salah quiet as well. For all the talk about Salah going into the game, outside of the penalty, he did nothing. Should Onana have saved it? Yes, but other than that, that's it. And Stephanie G mentioned it. Yeah, the Euro tackle on Nunes was class as well. Good to see him getting minutes also. But a great effort, good result, good performance. Should have been a great result, in my opinion. But now it's about the Arsenal game as well. Sheik, thoughts? What you telling me? Talk to me.
Yeah, bro. Big up to everyone. Big up to Eddie. Big up to Flawless. And yeah, I honestly, in terms of the game, agree with everything that Flawless said. We were all there on the watch along. We all saw it ourselves. Effort, really. Like second half was effort. We wanted it more than Liverpool. It's crazy to see that. It's crazy that they're in a title race and they played like that against us, a 14th place Manchester United, who everyone, the whole world thought was going to get slapped up 2 years in a row. Last season when we went there as well, kind of the same thing this season as well. And I think the situation that we were in right now was worse than last year. This could have been four losses in a row. We hadn't scored a goal in our last 3 Premier League games, and we scored 2 at Anfield. So what does that tell me? It tells me that you players can have this type of performance in tough away grounds. We've done it already at City. So what's the issue? And it's really just, Amarim calls it out again. It's just mentality. It's the fact that you have to wake up. Guys are too comfortable. That's what he said in like his post-match press conference, that people are getting way too comfortable. We're in a terrible run of form, like just those stats that I just said, and people are getting way too comfortable. But again, Bruno liked to called out he called out the team and called out the club and said, like, if we can perform like this at Anfield, then why can't we perform like this everywhere? And I agree with him, but that's also to him too. Because yes, you had a great game, and there's a lot of people who are going way over the top with some of that stuff. Because I had some people in my chat tell me yesterday that I'm not crediting Bruno. I did credit Bruno for the second half. Is he my man of the match? No, and that's just my opinion, because I don't think he played well in both halves. I think Ugarte played well in both halves. So the conclusion is that he's my man of the match because he played well in both halves. But Bruno was giving the ball away in the first half as well, and then he kind of calmed it down in the second one. And that's the type of performance that you do get when you cut all that other bullshit out. And yeah, simple passes from him. YG kept calling it out too in the first. Shout out to YG. He kept calling it out in the first half as well. Like the Travella passes, no need for you to do it. Like just make a simple pass and simple stuff, and that's really what it was. So yeah, like a lot of players that I can say, like you mentioned Dallo, who we've been very, very critical of. Even I, like even right now, I still am a little critical of him in this game too, because I don't think he was better than what he normally is going forward, but I still wasn't satisfied basically. But yeah, he played well. Like that cross that he played to Ahmad, great pass, and I honestly didn't think he would do it. There was another one where he had like he outside the foot pass, but it was blocked by one of the Liverpool defenders. So I was seeing things that I don't normally see from Diogo Dallo on a consistent basis, and I was seeing that from a lot of the players too. So I thought Manu had a good performance as well. Who else am I thinking? Hoyland, like you said, Hoyland is just Hoyland. I hate how people you were saying that let's not crash on Hoyland. We should actually crash on Hoyland because people crash on Xerxes and they crashed on him last week for all the stuff that he was doing, like all for him just getting taken off in the 30th minutes he got crashed on. But Hoyland misses chances week in, week out, and people like to defend him from time and time again. So yeah, he absolutely deserves to get crashed. YG said it too. I think any other striker in the world could have finished that. And Lisandro Martinez told him how to finish it. Our center back showed him how to finish that. So yeah, I mean, there were chances in the game, and I think it was a good game to watch, of course, because I haven't seen a derby like that in a minute, and we could have won. That's the craziest thing too. The last time we won at Anfield was with Rooney, and that was with Louis van Gaal his last season. And it's been a minute since we've actually had a good performance at Anfield too. And also considering a couple of years ago we lost 7-0 to them. And Lisandro Martinez, too, another one. I thought he was going to be a little bit suspect considering what happened to him in that 7-0 game when he was getting absolute turned by Mo Salah at times. But he did well, too. Not only did he score the goal, but he won the ball for the goal, too. And that's all I'm talking about. Effort. Like, you have to be able to want, like Admiral said it too. I had nothing to do with tactics against Liverpool on Sunday. They played their normal game, like we saw them play their normal game, but it was just effort, and that's really it. Like, at what point, how bad does it need to get for these players to start showing that effort? And that's always been the question. I think that's always the issue too, is that why can't you perform like this on a regular basis when the team is doing well, rather than when we're in 14th place and we've had 2 seasons in a row where we've been in terrible form, and then all of a sudden you like to pull out performances like this. I'm not discrediting their performance. It's more so on the team, and it's more so on the fact that if you can do this, then what is the issue every single week? And I get where he's saying that people are too comfortable, because he also sees it himself that this team can perform and can play well. And I think that's why maybe he's had a huge shock in terms of the results that we've had in the last couple of weeks, but that's really it. And I thought this was going to be a thing, to be honest, where we will, and even in the future too, like we will get results where we're not supposed to be honest. And there also will be games, I can say vice versa as well, where there might be results that we are supposed to get and we might drop points. And that just shows inconsistency of the squad itself and the players, him not trusting all his players and stuff like that. So that will happen. But then, as I say that, they go to Anfield and get a 2-2 draw, and some could say that they outplay. Well, they play better than Liverpool, so it's just that I'm like, yeah, man. I see what Ruben's trying to do, and I see what he's trying to say, and every press conference of his feels like he's calling out the players from time and time again, and I hope he continues, because him calling out the players in the past couple of weeks got a response out of them this past weekend. So keep doing it, and yeah, man. If players are not doing well, drop them. Simple as that. Garnacho got dropped for a couple of weeks, didn't start, and then he had a performance like this off the bench. Bruno Fernandes obviously got a red card and whatever, not necessarily saying he got dropped, but missed some game time, and then he had a performance like this as well. So yeah, that's really what I would say. I don't think we should get away like too giddy of ourselves. It's a great result, of course, but yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. We have Arsenal away. I think yeah, our sights, my sights are on that because we saw the team that you took to Arsenal last time. We saw the performance that we had at Arsenal last time. I definitely want to see better. And I can sit here and say that we can get a result there. 100%. We can get a result.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get into that towards the back end of the show. Definitely. But yeah, in regards to everything you said, I hear no complaints. And I said, yeah, we definitely will crash on Hoyland for that as well. And yeah, whether Xerxes was onside or not, people, should the pass from Xerxes be better into Maguire? Absolutely it should. But also, Maguire should realize that the pass isn't the greatest to take the touch. So I criticize both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
And last time we played Liverpool, no, not last time we played Liverpool. When we played Liverpool in the FA Cup, I keep using this example. The Diallo goal, the breakaway. Look at the Garnacho pass into Diallo. The pass wasn't good. The pass was not good. But Diallo realized this. That's why he takes a touch. Because if he shoots first time, Conor Bradley probably blocks the shot. But he takes a touch to get the space to then finish the chance. And it was a quality finish as well. So you just have to be what's the word I'm looking for? You just have to be smart with it. You just have to realize what's going on. It's like this again, it comes down to decision making, but we got the draw, and everyone was talking about how Manchester United were going to get packed in. Everyone, that was the general consensus of pick a number 4 or above, and we're going to get battered by Liverpool. Everything going into the game was in their favor. They was flying. They had the team in form. It's at Anfield. We haven't won there in however long. We haven't scored there in however long. We've lost however many of our last few games, and then boom, putting a performance like that. But again, credit to the team and credit to the manager, because everyone would have been quick to crash an Amorim if we would have lost 4 or 5-0. All this nonsense about, don't play the back three, or this system don't suit these players and all this.
Foolishness, bro.
All this foolishness. Yeah, go on, Eddie. Go on.
We can't, like, again, this is the problem that I have with a place like Twitter. When clowns start leading the conversation, it's just a comedy club. That's all it is. Nobody's putting forth any ideas that generally and realistically make sense. When they chose this manager, they chose him because they want him to implement a style of play.
No.
We've been playing that 4 at the back bullshit since, I want to say, the Moyes virus. I think that was the first time where that stanky ass brand of football really settled into OT and fans got a glimpse of it and started to love it. Nah, man, we have to be expansive. There's a reason we've been in the rut that we've been since 2013. And a big part of that is because of the brand of football that we've learned to accept.
Yeah.
Don't let these players off the hook. For me, I honestly, and you know me, when I get an agenda, I stick to it. I ain't going nowhere with it. I will not blame this manager for shit this season.
You've done said this.
Same. Yeah. Same.
I will not. I will not, because I know who those
Victor,
damn
big
players
you up at
are.
the start, you joke, man, but big up again to Victor. Big you up at the start. Sorry, Eddie, go on, carry on.
No, it's all good. Shout out Vic. Shout out my dog Vic, man.
Yeah.
Always love. Happy New Year, big bro. But yeah, it's like that for me, man. These players, let me tell you something. This Bruno Defense League has been going strong circa 2016 or wherever the fuck this guy came over here. Every day, he gives us brand new ammunition to go against him. And the one day he does it, and we're chill, y'all want to get on us.
It's just fans being reactionary, man.
Yeah, but it's cool. And the thing is, because he did play well. And let me just get to certain as well. To Mr. Whopper, who says a team first are fuming with the draw, a team 13th is buzzing with draw. That nobody's buzzing over here.
Yeah, dude.
So please, again, people keep doing this, and this is what we're going to stop in 2025. What the entire fan base does is not on me. It's not on Sheik. It's not on Eddie. It's not on the channel. It's not on anybody else you see over here. Take that up with who you seen that with. Please with the draw. And I'll go one step further. Anytime in my entire life, Manchester United go to Anfield and get a draw, because it's always a difficult place for us to go, I would be pleased. Nobody's buzzing. Pleased with it, because I'm pleased with the performance. Pleased. Even when we've been flying, treble seasons, double winning seasons, going for league titles, and they've been mid-table. A draw was always a good result at Anfield. Now, context matters in regards to the overall game and the performance.
That's the magic word, Flawless.
you hear former players talk about how difficult it is. So please take that. And this is to everyone. This ain't just to Whopper. This is to anyone. Please stop bringing what the entire fan base has said or who you've heard it from, WhatsApp groups or socials over here. Nobody's buzzing over here with the draw. Nobody
Just
has
look
said.
at us. Like, are we?
Nobody
buzzing?
said
Just
it,
talk
but
about
nobody's
us.
buzzing.
We're the
Please,
ones on.
there's a
Yeah.
huge difference. There's a
Also-
significant difference.
Also,
So
I want to
please
say
take that over there with them. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Also, I want to say McDonald's better, man. Fuck Burger
Hey,
King.
tell him. Hey, but imagine this, right? Because if you really want to call it, who should be more frustrated with the draw, us or them?
Them.
Definitely them.
Everything
Are
was in
you?
their
Because
favor.
I'm gonna be real. I thought we had the better chances, and I think if we had players who were more equipped for the moment, we would have got the dub.
Yes.
So they should be thankful. You should be thankful we're not where we're supposed to be right now. Because again, Trent, dear brother Trent, I'm gonna pray for you, dog. I'm gonna just have to pray for you. The ghost of Dallo, that's what's spooking you. But he just kicked the ball past you and ran past you, dog.
So Real Madrid might want to go get Dallo instead of Trent. To be honest, after watching
Talk
that game.
soon, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Come on,
all this nonsense. Like again, and this is not what we're doing in 2025. And I'm cutting it out
Not
from
at
the
all.
source straight away as soon as people mention stuff that I didn't say. You know what I'm saying? If it
But
wasn't
also,
said over, if it wasn't said over here, don't act like I said it. Ask me about it. It's cool, but don't act like I said it. But all right, cool.
Don't just
So, yeah.
look at our faces. Like, does this scream buzzing? Like, this is
Nah,
just us,
This
like
is pleased. You know
just
what I'm
talking
saying?
about it and being like we're pleased with the performance. That's about it. Like,
Big
there's
up,
no
Leon, man. Hope
buzzing.
you're blessed,
I don't
man.
understand.
Happy New Year, people. I'm blessed. What you saying?
Happy
Big
New
up.
Year,
Shout
man.
out
Out,
Leon,
yeah,
man.
Happy New Year,
Happy
man.
New Year.
Leon,
Well,
man.
go on. What's the
Hey,
latest?
Leon, I
Yo.
told Flawless this yesterday. Go ahead, ring up some of your boxing friends and pull up on Darwin Nunes for that fuck shit. Need to
Why?
get his
What's he
ass
done?
whooped.
What's Darwin Nunes done?
He's saying
You
when he
didn't
crashed
see how he
into
did my center back, dog?
Yeah, was it the lip?
Oh, yeah. He's moving.
He got to
massive.
get dealt with, man.
man. Yo, I got a question though. What do man think about the obviously no one expected to get any points. So what did man think about the last chance with Maguire over the because people are
Oh yeah, we should score.
For sure scored.
Should score. Both things.
Bubbles though. It does bubble to be fair.
Yeah.
And
But you know what?
I think in that situation we should score. When it's
there's no touch flawless.
We have to score.
What do you
In
mean?
fact, there is a touch, but come on,
What do you mean
Maguire.
there's no touch?
Yeah, but
Take
you
a
know,
touch.
like no, but you know, like when a player's not got that close technical ability, you know, like the
You don't
touch
need
is
close
horrible. You know,
technical
like the knee
ability.
comes
I've
high
seen
like
him-
them old men who wear the Umbros and that, and it's just not controlling, and it's all a
Jake
madness.
Matt,
Do you know what I mean?
Expected on bros, you know this guy. This guy said.
It is though. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
If you have your football coach here and you fire the ball into football coach, it's not landing on the
He
boot
weren't
every
fired
time.
into
Come on,
him.
man. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
He
Maguire.
weren't
He's
fi-
the
it
PE
wasn't-
teacher. Do you know what I mean? So
He wasn't fired, but I'd expect my PE teacher to control that.
yeah, but not.
My PE teacher, I'm sorry, man. Like Xerxes, should the pass be bad from Xerxes? Yes.
Yeah.
But also Maguire should realize that the pass isn't good and take a touch. So I
Right,
blame the
let me-
ball. And
let me
also,
give you
you
an
should at
example,
least
you
hit
know.
the target. You should at least hit the target.
She was
No,
a
me,
baller, like.
me personally, Xerxes should have just shot at himself. You're the
No,
striker,
I
you
don't
should
agree
have
with
done.
that. I don't agree with that.
Nah,
I don't
he
agree
should have
with
shot at himself because you scored the winner at Anfield, and considering all the
No,
things that
not
were
with
being
that
said
angle.
And
about
you
you
saying he
last
should
week
have
as
shot
well.
himself because the passing option was Maguire.
Yes.
that.
Yes.
No. I'd
Okay,
rather.
so wait, Leon.
No.
So you're telling me that rather than a striker shooting in that position, you should pass to a center back? Is that what you're
I
saying?
would rather the attacking rhythm of the player be used to passing to someone in space, regardless of who that player is, as a kind of muscle memory in that. I would rather that, and we know that was. I understand what you're saying. Look, you want Zertsky or you want Ahmad to be in that position. It was Maguire. I get it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm cool. I like teams that when the space is open, you find the space. So I'm cool with that as a habit within the team, rather than. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Ultimately, we did enough to win the game. We got a draw. I'm cool with it because I feel like they proved to themselves that would they, like, regardless of what people say, like, because I knew people were going to start turning on the manager if he got a couple more bad results. This was just the fan base, innit? They've proved that it is a system that works and it's not players. Of course, Flawless, drum roll, please. He's going to say not all the players are good enough. I get it. Do you know what I mean? That's his thing. Do you know what I mean? And he's not wrong, but when you've
Yeah,
got the when you've
I'm
got
just,
when
I'm
you,
just watching it again. Xerxes can't even shoot from there. That's 2 times.
no, you can't. Not near post. You can't do that. It's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
I'm
Yeah, it's
looking
not
at it
going.
like, yeah, I'm just watching it again.
Put it
Now.
this way, yeah. Ahmad and Garnacho
Shoot,
shoot from
yeah.
there, and then we go mad. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? So Rashford shoots from
Tight
there. Let's be
angle.
honest, and we're gonna go nuts. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
a tight angle. It's a
So,
tight angle. Go on, carry on, fam. Carry on.
so obviously, like the ball, I don't even blame Maguire in a way because the ball bobbles and it's difficult. He should like think about it now. Flawless. He probably did have time to have a touch. I probably need to watch it back again, but he probably did.
Yeah, I was just watching it back again just to refresh my memory. But even without the hit the target, I'm not even saying score. Make Alisson make a save. Make
Yeah,
a
but with a
Liverpool
bobble, it's difficult, you know. Under pressure,
It is
a bobble
difficult.
is difficult
We are
for a centre
professional
back.
footballer.
Yeah, no, but it's a centre back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right, let me give it. Right, let me give you an example. Ten Hag was a
Hey,
centre
Leon,
back. Yeah,
if we playing ball and you don't hit the target from there and it's my bad pass, I'm going mad at you about that. Hit the target.
Not
I
fact.
hear it.
Also,
I hear
prior
it.
to that, he
I'm
was
not even
pushing
saying
up.
score.
He
Hit
was
the
pushing up
target.
all the time. He was basically playing as a
You had
striker in the
time.
last
You
like
was
10
calling
minutes.
for it.
Who,
That's
Maguire?
the thing. You was
Maguire,
Maguire was calling
Yeah,
for it.
was-
that's where somebody else
Damn
should be
near
taking
playing
that
as a
position.
striker
Really.
in the last 10 minutes.
Who was on the other side? Garnacho was on the
Garnacho.
other side.
Yeah,
Garnacho,
so
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, look,
You
that's
don't.
what I'm saying. Look at your options. If it misses Maguire, it goes to Garnacho. Like, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I keep saying Xerxes, just shoot it yourself, man.
I'm not gonna
Fuck
lie.
it.
I'd probably rather have
I-
Garnacho in that
you know.
position.
Like, I don't care, Flawless. I don't care.
No,
Martinez had a
not
tough
with
shot.
that
He's a
angle.
center
No.
back. He scored. He scored a banger. What are we talking about? Hoyland couldn't finish there, and that just showed that Martinez had that same exact chance. And he had a top bins. Like, come on, man. Like,
It's
nah,
the-
but
I'm just
on
watching
a
it
serious
again.
note, though. Like,
At
on
least-
a serious note, though, yeah, it's like, yeah, Maguire and Garnacho being your two
Look, yeah,
options
he
in that
calls
team.
for it.
Yeah. Of course he
Maguire
calls for it because
calls
he's in space.
He calls for it, and it does bubble, but nah, hit the target, man. Hit
My
the
thing
target.
is, yeah,
and his
my thing
reaction
is,
tells you all you need to know.
I'm glad that we're debating this because previously it would have been like, yo, we got smashed 7-0 and we had 2 chances. And do you remember like times when it was like, yeah, we've had our first chance and it's 75 minutes into the game and it was a half chance. Like, I'm glad that we're having this debate. So it shows that Amarin's system works, just needs better quality. And do you know what, guys? I'm patient for the season, man, because I knew that this season would I didn't think we'd be this far down. I thought we'd have at least another couple of wins. But I'm cool because the system is exposing what it needs to expose. It's just down to him now to stop doing things like he doesn't. There's a couple of decisions that Amarin's making that I don't agree with, and I don't know why he keeps repeating them. But if he can iron that out, then yeah, I think he's probably choosing players with more energy over quality. Whereas I'd rather have quality and less legs, if I'm being honest, and get caught out. That's what I'd rather do. But that's Leon's preference, isn't it? So, but yeah, what did I jump?
I got you, bro.
We don't really have quality at this moment.
We have enough quality to win more games.
We should be winning more games.
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that. But then it's also just look at the goals that we've conceded as well. You can't really say that it's like they've made a lot of individual mistakes. So I get both sides of like there's at times where he does kind of go with quality, and there's at times where he does like hinder weight towards the opponent that we're playing and tries to expose them in that certain way. So he's talked about it before. He says I've selected lineups based on the opponent. And I think he said that for Arsenal, or he said that for Nottingham Forest when we played them back to back. And like that was his reasoning for it. But overall, yeah, like I think again, for people who are saying that like last week, oh, what is the difference between Ten Hag? What is the difference between Ruben Amorim? You man just don't watch the game. It's as simple as that.
Oh, it's massively different.
There's night and day difference between the way we play, everyone's job, how they move off the ball, positioning, like all of that type of stuff. And yeah, you guys just don't watch the game. And I understand because everyone wants to. I bet they looked at this performance and seen that Bruno got the man of the match and all that type of stuff. And they're like, yeah, Bruno's back. We need to build this team around him, all that type of stuff. And yeah, man, it's just results-based analysis, reactionary stuff. That's just
ultimately like it's clear to see with the players we've got in our squad that Amarin for his type of system is lacking, and it was always going to be that change like within, and that's why I'm not annoyed, but that's why I'm disappointed with the last regime, because there was quality within the squad that you could have kept for adaptability. Like right now, if we're sat here, who did we get rid of that would have helped in this? Sancho would have been a massive help in this system right now.
Sancho.
Who else?
Rafa Varane in the system.
Rafa would have been good. Who did we ship out in the last 2 years?
Kovar, the goalkeeper. Who's that other?
Got rid of Amrabat. Well, he was on loan.
Amrabat. I think his time was done.
Fred would have worked really well in this.
Fred. I think we sold a wing back. Like I forget his name.
Alvaro Fernandez.
Yeah. Even somebody like him, because again, now we can talk about Delo. Like, look, Delo, I've been your biggest fan, but bro, you got one more time at wingback, man. You got one more time at wingback. Like,
but even then, just like competition to make these players better, if anything, like competition in places too. You know, that's really it for me.
That's why, like, a left wing back is so important right now.
Even at least Mazraoui gets away with it because defensively he's still himself, but even him, like, the wingbacks got to shift because I'm looking at what they're supposed to provide and what we're actually getting, and it's nowhere near good enough. All I remember Amram seeing, even at those sporting days, is dynamic wingbacks who keep constant pressure on the other team in defense. And I'm looking at us. There's nothing special. Nothing special. Yeah. Nothing to really make a team fear. Again, that Delo performance yesterday was more because of just Trent being awful than Delo doing anything really spectacular. But he just kicked the ball past him and ran past him. You're not going to be doing that shit every week. So, and then Hoyland, this crash done
so bad. So bad.
Jeez.
Like, you know, like, what's interesting? Yeah, I was watching the Ipswich game the other day. Who did they play? They played Fulham the other day. And I was watching. Was it Fulham they played the other day?
Who played Fulham? Ipswich. Yeah. It was Fulham. 2-2 a piece they finished.
The lap is night and day from Hoyland. Like, you know, when you actually watch the way the lap plays.
Leon, there's people you know in your phone book who are night and day light years ahead of Hoyland.
I know people on this panel right now who are like,
and that's why I know like, people on this panel. That's why now, like, we have to understand that, like, what we have bought was that Atalanta have absolutely ripped us off. Like, let's be real now. Like, at the end of the day, what are his best attributes? People say like shooting, and people say like that's it. I can't think of.
Also, if I'm not wrong, someone can correct me in the chat. When they got rid of Hoyland, didn't they win the Europa League last season?
Yeah, they did.
They were in the final.
Yeah,
and didn't they also go to Anfield and beat them 3-0 last season at Anfield? Interesting. So all these goals that they're scoring when Hoyland's out there. Okay.
I'm just trying to think what are his other attributes apart from striking the ball, because at the end of the day, people could say like he's a channel runner, but what does that actually mean? You just run into
he's not even a good
one. Do you remember when Dallo had the ball on the left-hand side and then he played like a pass to the middle, and it was like it went through Konate's legs, but Hoyland was behind the defender? Did you see the run that he made for that? Like, it was basically he needed to make a near post run, and it was a goal. It was a tap in. But what he did, he ran behind the defender, and Van Dijk just cut it out. Or it was Van Dijk who just cut it out. So this is what I'm talking about. And the thing, I knew this was going to be we'd have to see more from him in this game, because the normal things that we do praise, or I wouldn't even say praise. I think praise is too much. But the things that we do say that Hoyland is average or good at is his hold up play. Well, that's something that we see him do all the time. He was never going to do this at Anfield against Konate and Van Dijk. This was never going to happen. That hold-up play is going to get bullied. So how do I see it is that you need to do something different, make more runs in behind it. Then he couldn't even do that. So the only one or two runs that he made was the one for the chance that he had. The over-the-top ball from Lisandro Martinez, and he timed his run correct. But there were times where he was offside. And there were times where he was just making the wrong run. And it's limited. How much more time does he need to have in this team?
No, this is the thing the thing that a few of us called out early is like there's certain things in the game you can't teach that he doesn't have. So, for example, even the way that he reads where a pass is going and the way he receives the ball and tries to shield the ball, even if it's like if he's got his back to goal, even if he's trying to like run sort of. How can I describe? Sort of semi-breaker line, even if he's receiving the ball while he's moving sideways across the pitch. Every single time you see him, you look up and you think for a split second, okay, cool, that's a good move that he's made there. He's occupied the space. Do you know what I'm saying? Which a lot of us could do on a football pitch. We could move around and find space, yeah. But then when it comes to receiving the ball, it's too easy for the defender to just step around him every single time and intercept the ball. Do you know what I mean? So you can't really, like, I know people go like guys have got to wake up. Like, you can't start saying all the time he needs time to develop. There's fundamentals that aren't there. Do you know what I mean? In boxing,
Simple as that.
if you're fundamentally shit with your feet in boxing, you're not going to do that much in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be real with you. Like, it's not going to work. Like,
It's not gonna happen. Fundamentals is basically it's like having no jab. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a prayer if you've got no jab. Yeah, I fully hear what you say. Before we continue, run up the likes, you lot, man. Just under 50 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 50 likes, man. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe to Chic TV. Make sure you follow Leon on all his social
serious setup today as well. Look at that serious setup.
Say that again.
Yeah, bro.
Cheek's got the serious setup, you know. He must have upgraded new house and that.
She's out here upgraded, man.
New
January
year, new me,
transfer
man.
windows
New year, new me,
and
man.
that. Love to see that. And to people asking, because I've seen this, this whole Mano to Chelsea thing, the same way I thought about Southgate managing Manchester United. Yeah, Mano's been linked to Chelsea, even though his deal expires 2027 with an extension. So that's my thoughts on it, people. Mano to Chelsea is like Southgate to Manchester United. That's what I think of that.
You know what?
Or Manchester United having 50 million to spend in the summer window, or Manchester United having no money to spend or whatever. Manchester United are not broke people.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, people. We're going to set up a Sarcasm City News Twitter channel, and we're just going to put stuff on there because it's sarcastic and it's just not real. Do you know what I mean? We're just going to do that for now. Do you know what I mean? Think of a mad rumor that we can do, Eddie, and we'll just put it on now.
The reports have came out that he's going Chelsea.
Messi's open to a United move. Put that one out.
My thing is though is that like if that's actually like if he actually does want to leave, because I know we're gonna hear more about it, but if he does actually want to leave and this is something that he wants,
you know what's crazy? What he won't tell you, Sheik.
You know
what, Sheik? You know what's crazy that he won't tell you is reports have said that he preferred to stay in Manchester.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like,
that's not the part of it. Like, come on, man.
Ultimately, I know that it's probably his agent saying, trying to create things to try to get a bigger contract. I get play with Mason Mount, who's on $250K a week, and you outperform him, and you literally play more games than him all the time. So I get it. You want more money, but it's also like, if you don't want to be here, like Kobe Manu, and this is for everyone. This is for Amad Diallo too. If one day he doesn't want to be here, leave.
Absolutely.
I don't want players who don't want to be here. So as simple as that. Like,
I'm saying, man, let's just start our own, man. After a lackluster showing at Selhurst Park, Cole Palmer is reevaluating his Chelsea future.
For real. We could.
Sources Sarcasm City TV.
Exactly.
Man. Cole Palmer's looking to leave, and Robert Sanchez is here to stay. Those are the things that we'll write. So yeah, man.
Robert Sanchez is looking at a new 10-year extension.
Yeah, man. For real.
So that's pretty much my part today. And speaking of players leaving, Rashford obviously not been in the squad he was in the squad for the Newcastle game. Hasn't played for the longest. He's been linked to the move away to AC Milan, been linked to Juventus, been linked to Borussia Dortmund as well. Reports also further coming out that more teams are interested in him. It's looking like a loan deal. Go to you, Eddie, man. Thoughts on Rashford potentially leaving?
Let me tell you something. A wise philosopher once said, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Arrivederci. Let me tell you something. These are the moments in life that I wait for. Just to see that bienvenido, how you say it, welcome in Italian. Somebody tell me. How you say welcome? And the photo edits will hit. Put that brother in another jersey ASAP. Matter of fact, there's an AI thing you can go do that with, right? Like I just put this brother in 30 different kits, and whichever one it happens with, I'll just put that at the profile picture. People, do not fight this. This is one of those things that needs to happen. Now, AC Milan said they can foot the bill. And the way them brothers be showing up to games, I don't doubt it. Drip is immaculate. Bus looks immaculate. Okay, let's have that happen. Then there's Dortmund. We got a good track record with Dortmund. Now, they might not want to pay all the money, but shit, them just taking the brothers good enough for me. I'll put 20 down. I already put it in the group chat. I'll put 20 down. I'll ask my mom, maybe she put another 20, and we'll start working towards the price to get this dude up out of here, man.
Bro, I'll put myself in debt for life to get this guy out. What? I'll pay for that whole thing.
The shit that we do for this club. Look at that. What a guy.
I'll put myself. Yeah, seriously. And Borussia Dortmund, to you guys, like, can we make some sort of like agreement every single season that when we do have ship players, like, you'll just take them on loan? Like, it's just because it's becoming like a thing at this point where you guys took not ship players, but you took Sancho off for this situation last year, which was good and it turned out well for him. You went to a Champions League final. And take Rashford too, man. I'm for it. All that type of stuff. He could be
That's
doing this in
hilarious.
Dortmund, man. And let's go. Or Milan or whatever. Marcus Milan. Let's go, man. Marcus Milan.
Marcus Milan.
Marcus
You know
Milan.
what?
Talk about it.
What
Marcus
could
and
the deal be like?
Milan
So the
born
deal,
and bred, you know?
the
Milan born and
deal,
bred.
yeah, Milan born and bred. Oh, that's hilarious. The deal could be you're gonna get a loan in it, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's probably.
But do you reckon that clubs would agree obligation to buy, or it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
going to be an option?
You know what?
Yeah,
We in no
do an
position
obligation to buy.
if we can do one, yeah, but we're in no
Yeah.
position to negotiate. This is Sancho all over again. We have to take whatever deal we are given.
That is true. Like
We cannot
if-
offer what we
disagree.
negotiate.
I disagree.
Okay, so how? So let's say they say no.
Why do you say that we
You
have
know
to
what?
take any deal? Like, why are you
Yeah.
saying that we
because
have
that's
to
that,
Because
because I feel like
we have
that's
a
been the
player
issue.
we have a player who's unhappy, a player we clearly don't want, a player who's stated publicly he wants to leave, a player who's not in the manager's plans. This is Sancho all over again. What's the tell me the difference between this situation and the Sancho situation?
I'll tell you.
Sancho's
Commercial
actually
value.
better, but
Commercial
I'm-
value.
Forget skill. I'm talking about the things that I just
I know.
named.
I just had to say. it. I had to
Commercial
say
value.
it.
Yeah.
Sancho's
Like,
definitely like we know 110%. There's no difference in what I just stated. You could replace Rashford's name and put Sancho in there, and everything I said applies. It's the same thing.
Commercial value. So with Rashford as well, yeah, he does have a certain value where if he goes to a club, he's going to sell a certain amount of shirts, so they know straight
True.
away. Do you know what I mean?
But if they
And to
say
be honest,
no, then what do we do? If AC Milan say no, there's no obligation to buy, and Dortmund say the same, and Inter say the same, it's like keep an unhappy player. He's not
no.
going to.
That's the issue for me. And
Regardless
that,
of
like, has been a
regardless of
problem
whether
the
the
past couple of
deal.
years.
So I was going to say, regardless of whether the deal is 6 months just loan, full
Yeah.
stop. I'm taking that because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm putting him in the shop window for the summer anyway. In that place, do you know what I'm trying to say? So, and like, I want him to. Ideally, what I want, yeah, is. Depends how greedy Rashford is as well. Because what's he on at the moment? Like, what's his wages? 300.
I think the
300K.
deal, the reports
300K
also
plus,
came out
yeah.
saying that I think it
K
was the
plus,
AC
way more than
300K
300K, innit? It's like 360.
Yeah, I
Tenag
think
gave him that contract. Yeah,
I think it was the AC Milan who was saying that we'd have to pay like the majority of his wages in the loan deal. Don't know how much percentage that is. Pay it. If it's 70%, pay it. If it's 80%,
They should
pay
be
it.
paying half the wages, really, but we'll see.
Again,
We
we're
can't
not in a
do
position to
anything.
negotiate.
Yeah.
Either
exactly.
pay 100% of his wages and he's not paying, or pay half his, or
I
pay
think-
70% and he's actually his
I
value.
think what you do is what Flawless is saying. You risk it. You pay the money, even if you got to pay like 3/4 or something like that. Yeah, because what you do is you pay the money, thinking if he goes there and he's happy and he's really unhappy because he's clearly not happy here, is he? So
No,
you pay that, he goes out there. If he goes and slaps like 10 goals in between now and the end of the season in a league that's slower, that suits him, that they fit. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you're playing against lower teams in Serie A and stuff like that. Yeah. Then we have something of better value in the summer to go and sell, to be honest with you. So that's
I
where
hear
I'm at
that.
with
Like
it.
from a business perspective, like I get it, but I'm at this point where like we've messed around with this for too many years, where we've like as a club and as a fan base have thought that, oh, how are we going to sell these players? They're on big contracts. You can't just get rid of them. That's really just what it is. It's we're over the time of can we get a return on this investment? It's past all that. It's just we need to get rid of them. Like it's 100% past all the how much money can we get? Oh, we have to pay all that. We have to do all this. No, the problem is that we need to get these guys out. Simple as that. And
the
yeah,
situation we've put ourselves in too is that we've let it be known.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many other ways that we don't want this around.
That's where we've messed up. If he was still in the squad, let's say he was getting the occasional sub appearance, and there was only reports and it was rumors about him wanting to leave or him not being in Amarim's plans, etc. But now it's been publicly stated he's been left out of 5 out of the last 6 squads or something like that. I know he got in the squad at Newcastle, but and he didn't play. But other than that, we haven't seen him since. What was his last game? Who did we play before City?
Was it the one where he got subbed off and the manager didn't really interact with him?
Was it
Victoria? Was it Bodo Glint or Victoria Pills?
Maybe
one of those
maybe
two.
Victoria.
It was
What was
it
the
was
last-
one of those two.
Was it the game when Amarin didn't really interact with him on the?
That's the game.
last
It's the same game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Victoria? It was one of those two anyway. I can't remember, but it was a Europa League game. So we haven't seen him since then. So it's been 5-6 squads since we've seen him. We haven't seen him play. But go on.
You know, the Victoria, I forgot to say the last part of that shit. When I watched him play, I knew it was done.
Big up Nero.
I love large.
Shit.
Bless him,
Yeah.
Eddie, start again. That was hilarious, man. Victoria, these fucking guys.
He got oh my God, Nero. But yeah, I'm watching him play and he's not engaged. He's just out there to be out there. And that was part of the consistent pattern. Like, that's the thing. There have been consistent actions within this team, even though it's been filled with its inconsistencies. Marcus Rashford not applying himself was a consistent since the beginning of this season. And honestly, the last season as well. Once he got his money, shit changed.
Facts.
It really did. And that happens, people. Like, again, professional athletes are human. A lot of them work towards the moment where their family's generation and the next generation, the generation after that, is taken care of. So for getting his bread, I hate it, but not because of, he's got his money, just because of what that does financially to our team and how it's hamstrung us now. I have no question in my mind, if he was on lower wages, Ineos would have got rid of this dude. They can't, because I swear he's like top 5 highest paid in the Prem.
Something like that.
It could be, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right?
You know what it is? Eddie, you go finish.
No, you got it. You good.
I was just gonna say, you know what it is? We've got to. Sometimes they say box smart, yeah, and like you got to box smart in this scenario, yeah. Rashford, whether we like it or not, take how you feel about him, whether you rate him or not, out of it, yeah. What he is and what he has been built up to do, rightly or wrongly, is one of the biggest players in our club from a commercial value and from the way that we've projected him up to be one of the main guys at United, giving him the 10 shirt. Blah. The reality is, has he got close to performing like other 10s at United? He's nowhere. He's not there. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? But it's not his fault. He's been touted to be something he's not. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That does hold weight around the world. So of course we're not in a position to bargain in regards to this loan now. But in the summer we just got a box smart to get. I'm not saying you go get 60 million. Yeah, I'm not saying you turn around and you get 60 million quid and the club pays his wages. That's not realistic. But if you get 30 million quid and the wages off, and you just box smart and get that little bit more, just because he is commercial value, he's going to land there and make the money back straight away. Let's be real. Now at the right club, yeah. What we can do with that is we can actually get 2 players with that, because 2 players that are on 100 grand each, or like 50 to 100 grand each, and they get bought for. We did the deals in the summer for us. We're paying like 30 million.
I fully get what you're saying.
That's how we have to box smart with it. We're never going to get Rashford and go, all right, cool, we got Vinny Jr. instead.
Yeah. The crazy part is, I'd take the Sancho deal. The deal that we got for him, I'd take for Rashford. That's a smart one. If we can get someone who's like, all right, it's 20, the loan and 25 million. 100%. Someone did that now in January. I'd go to my I'd go phenomenal business. Imagine United can do that. I'd be like, hey, great, because to me, it's not even about recouping anything. It's about getting him off the books.
Yeah.
How long has he got left on his contract?
I'll check now. I'll have a look.
At least
he signed it like 2 years ago.
Oh, so it's not like it's going to the end. Okay, cool.
So that can kind of help. But to me, it's about just getting him off the books.
No, it's a big one. Once that goes, that's a big message to everyone.
5 years, and I think because it's. Yeah, go on, Sheik. You go.
It'll come to a point too, like, I think so. It will. Like, this is not me saying it will happen, but I think it'll come to a point too where he might want to push a move, because I feel like he wants to play in the World Cup. That's what his sights are set on. Like, he wants to be in that.
Can I be real? I think he's probably done that, but he's not really a vocal guy. I think he's probably done that. Yeah.
Because when he came out with his statement, Flawless says it all the time. He didn't say if, he said when. Like, he was talking about, like, it's pretty much confirmed that he wants to leave and he wants a new challenge. And this is also a guy who last year, I remember that interview, when I'm in Old Trafford by myself, the calmness of that voice, it just like does something to me or whatever. And now you want a new challenge. And doubt me good, doubt me better, whatever the shit that he said.
I didn't know he said that about the calmness of the voice. Sorry.
Yes, bro, he did. He's like, oh, bro, like I've watched that, dude. Anytime Rashford, they talk about Rashford, the clip is just there. It's just like the Ragnick clip. Whenever we lose, that clip comes out. Oh, United need open heart surgery. Like, tell us something that we already don't fucking know, man. But it's like the calmness, and like when I'm in Old Trafford by myself, there's a silence, there's a calmness in the voice, like something. It's some shit that he's talking about to just reel up these fans and be like, oh yeah, he's born and bred. Don't let go of this guy. All right, man, whatever. But it'll come to a point where, I think he might want to force a move himself. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with consistently just not even sitting on the bench at this point. Like, you're not even in the squad. And also, you got selected in the squad like 2 weeks ago, just based off the fact that we didn't have enough players.
That's crazy.
It's not even
the other thing as well is,
Yeah.
Players like him and Bruno and stuff like that. Yeah. When you look back at your career, you haven't actually achieved what you probably had your eyes on achieving. So you may as well go to like a league on a Serie A, pick up trophies for the next 4 or 5 years, and then you maybe end up with the Champions League. You just don't know if your club's going to go on a run or something like that. So that's probably how he's looking at his career. Because right now, if he retires, he's not done half of what our ex-players have done. I'm not saying he had to ever reach that. Football's changed. Like the levels years ago was
he's 27.
different levels.
He still has a lot to play. He's
27. Well, it seems like Sheik. Every player that leaves,
maybe
every player that leaves goes on to win something. Do you remember time when Darmian and Young and all them that was winning? It's like, holy shit, leave.
Yeah, man.
2028 is the but Nero, what are you telling us, man? I hope you're good, fam. Happy New Year, all that.
Happy New Year.
Thoughts on all the Rashford reports? Obviously, been linked to moves away. AC Milan, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. First of all, obviously, big up the ManDem. I'm not against it. If the manager don't want him, then cool, cash in, because we know what he is. He's an academy player, a player that came through the ranks. We know what it does in terms of PSR. Bro, just get it done. But when you go and replace him, go get someone that's technical and just get the right profile. Just get the right profile that we need, because these guys, the thing is, I'm not scared about the recruitment. I'm not actually scared. I feel like these guys, they need to get it right. They need to get it right, and they, like the signings that we made in the summer, you look at them, they've been decent, but we don't know if they were recruiting for Amarim pre-hand, who knows. But listen, January, I think we should sign someone. If we can get Rashford out now, that would be great. But yeah, man, just the replacement needs to be better. Whether they're going to use that money to go and get other positions, just make sure that whoever's coming in is good, bro. Because I'm tired of seeing players like Rashford who don't raise the technical level of our team. I don't have an issue with him if we're trying to play in a certain way, but you can clearly see he doesn't fit the way we want to play. Managers tried him in the 9. He's just not good enough there. In the 10 as well. And obviously, he's not going to want to play as a wing-back. So it just makes sense for all parties.
Nero, who would you prioritize in January if they say to you can have 1 or 2 players?
And just to clarify as well, reports also came out. It's a great question, Leon, and let Nero answer that in a second. Left wing back and striker are the 2 positions that are being prioritized in this Manchester United. That's what reports are saying. But go on, Leon, ask him the question.
I'm just saying, Nero, who would you prioritize? Because for me, I personally, guys, don't think a striker is the priority right now. That's my.
You don't think we need a striker?
No, not because when I look at because my decision is about the team and the system, and I know that there's other things like, for example, if we survive for 6 months without a striker, but we have a 10 and that left wing back, we'll have the possession way more up the pitch, and players will find the net anyway. That's what I believe. What do you man think?
We need a striker, not solely. Everywhere is a priority for me, but we need a striker.
I would prioritize the.
Go on, Eddie.
My bad. I would probably. I'm with you, Leon. I've always said I'm prioritizing the wing backs.
Left-hand side for me. That left-hand 100%. Side is just non-existent. Like that left-hand side for me.
I think that those wing backs, bro. Yeah, I think even a 10, left-sided 10. And honestly, I know I'm in the minority here, but I've said it for all this time. Just stick Xerxes up top, bro, and then worry about that shit in the summer, because if you telling me I'm about to spend $62 million on Victor Osimhen, leave me out, bro. Leave me out.
I knew that was coming.
Don't you dare. Don't you even try it, Ineos. I understand big splash. I understand walking into the club with the big rollie on. But sometimes the SWAT tech is cool. It's slight. The geo shot, it's slight. You don't gotta be popping out in the club. The ice don't always have to dance in the club. So bring me my wing backs, man. That's what I'm prioritizing right about now.
That's what he's saying. That he's saying a left wing back and a striker are, like I said, are the 2 positions.
That one that we've been linked with too, Patrick Dorgo. He's not a bad shot at all.
Yeah, yeah. Both.
Hey, Don C. We not saying from Zinchenko, Don C. Miss Ukraine is your problem.
Yeah,
you go deal with Miss Ukraine.
That's Miss Ukraine.
But you see when I look at Dorgu, yeah, like I've been watching him. Listen, like man's got the access. You get me? So man's been watching him. He's good, but like I don't know if he comes into Man United and he starts now. That's the thing.
You don't think he's better than
Because
Dalot? I'm not
I
watching.
think
You don't think he's better than
I
Dalot at
think
wing
he
back?
does start.
you know what?
Yeah.
Like he kind of looks like, okay, how do I explain it? You
Go
see, if Malacia went to Serie A,
Yeah.
I think he would be performing at relatively similar levels. It's that type of player, but he's got that physical quality though, and I can see why they want him because he can play both sides. He's not super technical.
Is he good going? Is he effective in the final third?
If you look at where he's normally situated, is always like near the box.
Okay.
But then I've seen him, track back and defend really deep as well. Obviously, if you play in Italy, like you're gonna have to be able to defend, and
Absolutely.
especially in deep positions, because Italian teams don't press high, to be honest. But yeah, man, he's a good player. But I would take someone like
We've also been linked to.
Davies.
We've
Who's
been
the
linked
shoot?
to
Who's the shoot? What's his name?
Patrick
Dog.
Dog. He plays
Who's
for
he play
Lecce.
for?
Lecce.
Oh, this shoot. What
Like
the
I
left,
said,
the
yeah.
left wing back? Or
Yeah,
something?
left wing back. Like I said, Jez and Steve have been talking about him for at least a year and a half
Yeah,
now.
they
They've
have.
mentioned his name a
That
long
sounds like
time.
it'd be a good deal, though. It'd be cheap
He's
to
a
do.
good fullback.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the thing, though,
25
I think-
million.
Yeah, I'm
25 mil.
with it.
And
I'm
his
with it.
wages will
Like
be
Nero,
tiny,
you
yeah.
said you would take Davies, and I 100% agree with you. But I think the bigger picture here is that what type of deal can we explore in the January transfer window to kind of help our season? And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. I'm hearing it's loans, like it's mostly going to be loans that they're trying to go for.
calm.
And
It's
it makes
feasible.
sense. It's calm. Yeah. It's
Like,
perfect because
when
then
you
they're being proactive. They're still trying to make things work in terms of they're still exploring deals. That's why I'm like, it's rather than you just inquiring about it and just or if you're not inquiring about it, just thinking that you're not going to get a deal, like you absolutely have to explore it. And but just past this tweet too, we actually heard about the left wing back stuff a while ago. It wasn't just like a couple of days ago too. There was a short list that they created, I think a couple of weeks after Ruben joined. So it's been a position that he's been trying to address even in the first couple of weeks that he's been here. So yeah, I think it's good. Like we need one or two reinforcements for sure. And I've been saying this too. I think it could make a big difference in how we actually do play. Having one of those two signings, because I'm just thinking about something right now. Like if we end up getting one of those left wing backs, that means, and just hear me out, don't just hear me out. But that means that we can move Diogo Dalot to the right hand side if he does need to play a wing back there. We can play Mazraoui as a center back, and he's been exceptionally good when he was playing as a center back. But then the reason why I say we could put Diogo Dalot to the right hand side is because we switched the ball to the left hand side a lot more than we tried to create on that right hand side. Even in that Liverpool game, I was saying it all the time. Attack Robertson too. The way that we're attacking Trent, give that same energy to Robertson because he's been a liability for Liverpool for the past like couple of games. So options. My thing is like we get more options now in terms of our lineup. Ruben has like he can be a little bit more fluid in terms of like his selection and stuff like that too. So I only see it as a positive if we do get one or two players in this January transfer window, but it's a stretch for sure still. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, because we've been linked with. It's not just him. We also got linked to Nuno Mendes as well as a left wing back. Also, I'm just happy that we are prioritizing those two areas. I think they're two. Obviously, the whole team needs to be prioritized. But I like the idea of a striker because Højlund's awful and gives us nothing. And that left wing back issue. Our left wing back, Dalot gets into too many good situations where we don't create enough because he's just not his game. Go on, Nero. So you're gonna say?
Hey man, that's a hell of a name, Kaneki. That's great.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Big up to Kaneki.
Bro. No, I was just gonna say, I feel like I'm happy with the fact that they've identified positions that need to, like the positions they've identified. It's not like we don't need them. We need players in that area.
Yeah.
I feel like, and those are the priorities for now. And someone we should be looking at, maybe a left centre back. I would be looking at an 8.
Nero, there are so much you don't even the name. Since we're here, and I heard you're talking, I'm bringing up a name from Lecce. I'm so happy that you're bringing up names of players that I've been talking about for years now. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear it. That Lecce left wing back. You wonder who's a player that we should be looking at as well? He plays for for Marseille. 22-year-old Brazilian. He's literally 11 million.
Yeah.
He's literally 11 million. Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique. 23-year-old Brazilian. 2-footed. Literally left foot. Yeah, Luis Enrique. Brazilian, 22
I
years
saw
old.
I know
He's
someone-
11 million.
Crazy.
He's 11 million. Well, I say 11 million. The asking price for him is around 10. But I'm just going to go 11 million.
Price is what you're saying.
Yes. Right wing back, left wing back. It doesn't matter. He's good on both
He's
feet.
a baller, yeah. Mm.
Complete
He's
baller.
playing for the Zerbi as well. So.
Yeah, complete baller. For the left sided centre back, we can go to PSG. They have another Brazilian there that they're not using called Beraldo.
Yeah,
He's a left
Beraldo,
back that played who they have covering centre back because Kimpembe was injured. Guess how much he's for? Yeah, 15 million. 15 million.
For real,
Just
but they signed him for like 40 million though. So what's
they don't want him. He was surplus. Remember at the time when they signed him, they went on to sign, what was his name? DeFree? Or was it Skriniar?
Yeah,
Skriniar.
All right. Yeah, and he hasn't been getting a game since. There are two Brazilians at PSG that Man United need to go for. You have Mosquera, who right now is on loans. I think he's at Reims. An 18-year-old DM. I wanted him and Tranad Andre. Yeah. And you have Beraldo. They signed him for that much money, but right now, the clause on him, you can get him for 15. You literally can get him for 15. Just like that. That's 26 million. I just got you a wing back and a centre back.
But how tall is he though?
6'1". 6'1".
Is he quick?
Yes, he is.
He's quick, yeah.
But
I'll have a look at him.
Go on there, Robert. Back to you. What was you saying about the left prioritizing the team and positions and stuff like that?
No, I was just saying, like, listen, like, I'm happy that they've identified positions, and then the names that we're getting linked with. It's not like anything crazy. The only thing I've looked at and I've said I'm kind of not really with is the Osimhen one, and that's because you see, if we have a rotation of Osimhen and Xerxes, that's fine. Two different profiles, but Osimhen's profile is not the same as Højlund, but it's kind of similar. Those are
scrubs.
Nah, that's the thing. I like Osimhen. ManDem, no. I remember Sheik, bro. Remember the stream we did on your channel?
Yeah.
And I think I was with Spooby, and Spooby was like, "Why don't you rate Osimhen?" This was time ago, bro. And I was just saying, like, for me, he needs volumes of chances. We don't create that at the moment. So let's not talk about a striker right now. We don't need that. If Osimhen goes to like Liverpool or like Man City or something, it would make more sense in terms of they can play to him, but he's gonna have the same issues. The thing is, he's a lot stronger than Højlund. His link up is a bit better than Højlund. Obviously he's smaller, but yeah, man, he is a better player than Højlund. But I don't want Osimhen. Nah, I'll take him if it means that we get rid of Højlund, but not instead of Xerxes. Nah, not for me, man.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And to Madison, who says, "What about the Paraguayan left wing back we signed, but he's 17?" That's a summer deal. He's coming in the summer, which I like, because if we do sign a left wing back this window and then we get him, that's two players over that side. I don't know anything about the Paraguayan left wing back. I remember his name, but I know who you're talking about, because I've seen Romano. I think it's Romano, still Fabrizio Romano's pinned tweet. So yeah, I'm fully with that. That it's an area that we are looking to improve, not just on the in the first team, but also on the bench as well, have options. And Steve says, "Bro, Man United should go for who's this? Calimuendo? Is that how you say his name? If you don't need a striker, I have no idea. You'll have to give me some more information, Steve."
I know that guy, that French brother. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he's good though, but he's like
plays for Rennes.
He plays for Rennes. He's class. 22 years old. His bio class there's 19 million.
Yeah, Kaneki. Not in terms of skill, but in terms of profile. Who would you say is there any striker in the Premier League you'd say he's like? Again, not in terms of quality.
He's literally to put him like this, he literally is Lacazette when he just went to Arsenal. He's literally just a faster version of Lacazette. I wouldn't say a shit Martial, because he's 5'9", so you know how the top reds are, that you don't have a 7'12" striker up top. But the fact is that he can play striker and he can play on both wings. He's versatile.
But you know what, yeah?
He's completely versatile.
10 and 30.
Yeah.
But you know what, yeah? I think there's a name out there, in my opinion. Like, if we're going to go and get Osimhen, nah. You might as well just go and get my man, Jonathan David.
Brother, listen to me. You see,
hey,
No,
Osimhen's a scrub.
He's
Don't
he's
do
available.
that. Hey, Neil,
Yeah,
don't do
yeah,
that,
but
man. Don't,
he's
yeah.
available on a free, so we can
Brother.
give
They
that's
could
them
pay
10
us.
million,
They
bro.
could pay us
Brother.
to take him. We still ain't finna do it.
I'm
Fam.
not talking about Osimhen. I'm talking about Jonathan
Yeah.
David, bro.
Fam, I'm going to
Oh
be
yeah, I'm
honest with
talking
you.
about him. I'm talking
They
about
don't
him.
like.
I'm
They
being
don't like.
honest with you. If Manchester United are that desperate for a striker, here's a name that I brought up. I'm pretty sure I know Atalanta just signed him from AC Milan, but I don't give two shits. Yeah, the
Yeah, the Catalari.
Catelier. Yeah,
Yeah,
go for
yeah.
him.
Nah, he's gonna be
Straight up go
expensive,
for
bro.
him. I know he's going to be
Wait,
expensive,
wait,
but
wait.
if we're going to waste six,
Who's the name, Kadeki? Do you say?
the Catelier, Belgian, 6'4",
the
6'4".
Catalari.
I
Yeah,
know who.
striker.
I know the name
Fam,
because the name's very distinctive. Because when
fam,
he
he was
played,
one of the.
Charles
I just called him.
Decathlon.
I just call him Charles. Yeah, yeah. When
Yeah,
Atalanta
him.
played, they played.
Yeah,
I think it was
him.
at City. They played City this season. I was just
Yes,
like,
he
yeah,
did.
shout out
No,
to
but
Charles.
Gasperini can make dead players like look good. So listen, I don't know. Like he's
That's
not dead.
true.
He ain't dead. I'm not saying he's dead, yeah, but like when you sign from specific managers, like even De Zerbi, signing players from Gasperini, it's like there's a risk, because these guys, they don't be signing players for me that don't fit in the system. Simple. That's simple. Simple. Don't be wasting players' times because you're wasting their time. You're wasting our time. We have to see you fail, knowing that it's not gonna work out. And that's the ultimate thing. But I don't know
my
how
whole thing with it.
you can't turn
though,
your nose up at Jonathan David though.
No, I'm not.
And guys want Osimhen.
No, it's not turning the nose up. It's just this Nero. Is it because of how he plays when he has? Oh, I see him trying to use Xerxes. How he's going to link play and have somebody run off of him. How he plays his system. One of our tens has to be a midfielder. One of our tens has to be a midfielder. So when we're defending, he has to drop back. So I'm looking at it that we need a speedster beside of Xerxes. So what I'm looking for right now as a striking partner is somebody that's good at getting that can run in behind. How we see Ahmad do it, we need somebody else that can do it because our midfield is crap. So until we have two good pivoting midfielders, one of our 10 has to be a midfielder. That's how I'm looking at it right now. So the brother from
who would
Rennes,
you go and get for that role?
Don't say
position?
Jonathan David. That's all
No.
I'm saying.
I'm not going to say Jonathan David. Forget that. A name
I ain't
that
gonna lie.
is
When I've watched him, I've only watched him a few times. I've not been impressed.
I'm not
I've
a
only
fan
watched
either.
him.
Yeah, you ain't missing out.
Yeah.
No,
You
I'm
ain't
not saying
missing
he's
out.
good, yeah, but I'm saying if we're gonna go
Oh.
get Osimhen, you might as well get Jonathan David if you're gonna
Hey,
get Osimhen.
Flawless. It's like
I'm not
one of
advocating
them,
for him.
It's one of them straight to Tubi, straight to streaming joints. You ain't missing out.
He went straight to him. I said he went straight.
Because
to him.
no, what's the point
Straight
in
to
wasting
streaming, straight to
if you're gonna
YouTube.
pay
Fuck
if you're gonna pay 70
YouTube.
million for
I even say go
Osimhen,
get
yeah.
Osimhen. I ain't saying go to get Osimhen.
Same.
No,
I'm not
I'm
going
saying
to
I'm
get
talking
Osimhen.
to the club. I'm saying like,
Yeah.
what's the point in wasting? Let's not waste money here. Let's just
No.
smart.
Yes.
He's on a free. Let's get both of them. And Angel Gomez.
I'm not going to
Colo Moani though, and I would like
yeah.
that either.
Nah,
And I'm gonna be
hell no.
real. And I'm gonna be real. Flawless, and them have talked to me about with the whole Hyungmin Son thing, and I have to admit, because it's on a free, if he comes here and fails, that's a profit because we can sell him for money.
If Son is available on a free, you go and get him. But the problem is, you don't just go get Son. You get
You
Son.
go get Son and someone else.
I'm making this point to the chat. Son as a second choice as backup is a quality option.
Yeah.
First choice.
Please tell me that's fake, Madison. Madison, please tell me that's fake.
Spurs, man. You know what I'm saying? Go chat to him. Come on now.
No, Madison,
he
tell me
signed an
that's fake.
extension, bro. Son signed an extension.
No, that's not. Madison, tell me that's fake. There's no way Kobe Mino wants that. I'm sorry.
Again, it's Manchester United. It's January.
Okay.
Rumor mills is going crazy. These are the same people who were reporting that Manchester United.
No, I know, fam. That's that same racist guy that told everybody that Pogba turned down a $600,000 contract. I understand it. It's the same guy. I just want to make sure because
it's the
a lot of the news.
It's the same reports as Southgate was going to be Manchester United manager.
Yeah, it's the same guy. I just want to make sure because what that person's just.
I'm just saying in general, like the whole.
No, because what that's going to do now. My God, I can't wait. I can't imagine what Kobe Mino is going to go through right now on Twitter.
Bear in mind his contract runs out. I think it's 2027.
Yeah, but
there's a year extension. Like there's a.
I still want us to go and get that Sissoko youth from the French League 2, the winger.
Oh, right, I'm thinking of somebody else.
You know,
What did you say? French League 2.
yeah.
I ain't
Let me
seen him
League
still.
below.
I ain't seen
let
him,
me
but
try and
like
find him.
I hear
Let
the
me.
point that you're trying to make though. Like there's players out there. There are so many
Oh, yeah,
players out
yeah.
there, bro.
100%,
Like, you know, for me, and that's why I'm not like I don't feel attachment to players in football. Like, because it's like there's so many
you're not
players.
Liverpool fans with Trent Nero. I hear it.
Yeah, like listen, like it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Like their DOF has a tough job because it's not just Trent, it's just Trent,
Yeah, he's on
Van
loan at
Dijk.
Plymouth. Sorry to cut you off, Nero. Yeah, he's on loan at
Oh,
Plymouth.
I know who you're
Ibrahim Sissoko. Yeah, him. He's
yeah,
on
yeah.
loan from
He
Toulouse.
scored a good goal. He scored a good
Yeah,
goal. I seen it.
PJ, you know?
Take up TJ.
He's running jokes because Tony.
Nah, he
Tony
plays
was
in the
no,
saying,
championship. He plays in
no.
the
he's
I
running
know,
championship.
jokes because Tony was saying how bad the French league is and all this. And
fam.
it's
I'm
like,
not.
bro,
We
you're
we
Arsenal.
don't acknowledge. We don't acknowledge Tony's opinions here. But yeah, it's him because,
This
Nah,
is a
as I said
safe
before,
space, TJ. This is a
yeah,
safe space, TJ.
because flawless, as you've brought up to, I'm going to try and just have to accept reality with this because
Go
you and Eddie have brought it up to me a lot, and I'm going
on.
to have to start to accept that this is where football is right now. This Ibrahim Sissoko youth that I'm bringing up, Netherlands, 21 years old, he's literally 3 million. Left wing, striker, and attack. He can play as an inside 10. He's quick, has a first touch. I have to bring up his quick. He has an engine, and at
What's
Toulouse
his
they
name again?
played him.
Sorry, what's his name?
Ibrahim Sissoko.
Ibrahim. So, all right, cool. Go on, carry on.
All
Does he
right.
track back? Does he
He was
track
Yes,
playing
he
back?
playing
does
for
because
playing
Toulouse
for
has played
Rooney,
him at
bro.
left wing back before.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
And
You
They
he's
played him
playing
at
for Rooney as well, bro.
he
Them man
he
are bottom
plays
of the
for
league.
Rooney right now at
Oh
Plymouth
shit!
Okay.
Hang
Oh, he's
Argyle.
on
tight,
loan from
man.
Saint Etienne.
Yep.
Okay.
He's played as both a left wing back, a right wing back, and his predominant position is left wing. He can play inside 10 and as a striker. Well, I say striker, but it has to be like a shadow striker beside of somebody that holds up play.
But the good
Fam,
thing about that, yeah, is that Man United now as well, the players
and
that
how we
we're getting linked to players that are versatile. The
yeah.
Dogu can play both wings. You know what I'm saying? This guy that you were talking about, well, actually, we're not linked with him, but in general, versatility, that's like something that we need in this system. If I'm signing a 10, maybe can you do a job at left wing back? Can you do a job in the 9 for a game? You know, if I'm signing a centre back, can you play both? Can you play in the middle and on the left? You know, so it's good, man. It's good. It's good options to have, bro.
No, 110%. You lot continue to run up the likes before we close out in the next couple of minutes. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. Make sure you do that. And let me just get to this to punish Sam, who says that Trent Madrid announcement will hit like crack. He's so mid. Jack of all trades. Hey, punish Sam, who do you support? Just out of sheer interest. But yeah, it's good to hear Manchester United being linked with players, and none of the players really that I look at and I go, oh, that's absolutely woeful. The Mawani one I look at and go, eh. But I just like the fact we're being linked to strikers because
No,
we need
yeah.
we
The
are in
Moani thing
desperate.
is because
We
he's falling
cannot
out with PSG.
yeah,
That's
we
the reason.
cannot continue with Hoyland for say. Go get me a striker. It can
I
be
would get
someone alone.
Moani. I would get
Go
Moani
get me a
over
striker, please.
Hoyland. Moani's
Please.
better than Hoyland.
100%.
Like
Yeah, I'm
Please.
sorry.
let's not lie.
Listen to me. Kolo
Well,
Moani should be
comparing
like
shit with shit.
Fulkrug.
Comparing shit with shit.
Listen, yeah, Moani is the most mid-table.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
literally the
hear me
most
clarify.
mid-table
I don't rate him.
Bundesliga
So I
striker
ain't
you'll
saying
ever
go get
see in your
Kane.
life.
I won't forget that dance in the World
Moani
Cup.
should have just stayed in the Bundesliga and rot at a mid-table Bundesliga club. That's what he is. He's a mid-level Bundesliga striker. That's what he is. He's like freaking Fulkrug and these man. These men that sit down at Dusseldorf, yeah, and Schalke. 30 years of their career, they don't move. Freaking
You're trying to
Heidenheim.
compare him.
That's
Trying to
where he's
compare him to
supposed to
Modest
be.
and that.
Fam,
You're taking
he's
a
not
piss.
modest. We should go after him. Shit, go to Crystal Palace right now and take Eduard on loan. Do that.
Yeah. You know what it is, Eddie, though? Who are we right now? For 6 months, who are we? We
No, but the
aren't
thing
nobody.
is, I'm with Leon. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying, go get someone else.
Here's the thing, yeah.
I'd rather get we know what we're getting with Kolo Muani. Go get me another striker alone. You
It
see how we went
depends.
and got Weghorst? I'm not saying go get Weghorst, but you see how we went and got him and no one really knew about it.
Big wow.
Go do something out of the blue like that. Like the same
It
way we got some
depends.
bits.
It just depends.
And
It
Weghorst,
depends.
go get it.
It
Go.
depends
no,
on what
no
they've.
Weghorst slander in the
It depends
chat,
whether
please,
the.
people.
Oh, what you saying, Eddie?
No, I was checking the Weghorst slander. I knew it was gonna come up here in the chat, so I wanted to get it before it happened.
Vegas was fine for what we paid for him and what he actually did.
But see, Leon, that's the point I'm making with this. Go get someone unknown like that. Even
I
if it's
get
a
it.
loan deal.
If
You
we
know
can
what
get
it is?
Weghorst on loan, we could get a lot of players on loan. And
Yeah,
you know what it is,
general
though.
sense,
Depends.
Just
not
so we don't
depending
have
what
to
it
see
is.
Hoyland because he
Basically,
gives
what-
us nothing.
Exactly.
What happens is, as fans, we see like we see the first rumor and we're like, nah, I want this. We should do this, But you don't know what the plan is with the resources available. They may say like, as a percentage wise, 20% of the resources and time is going to go into a striker. We're going to get one that's easier, that agrees to the particular wages. I don't know the deal, and that could be wrong. But then we want to put more effort into that left wing back. So 50% of the resources goes into that. So it just depends on what they're prioritizing. But Kolo Muani, for what, like the level of striker that we have now, I rate Zertsky. I rate Zertsky. I just feel like we've got him at the wrong time. I've not got a problem with him being at the club, but there's not the right players around him on the wavelength. Do you know what I mean? I've got no doubt in my mind that if Zertsky was playing with Ahmad and Sancho, he'd be balling out right now. Got no doubt in my mind.
I'd love to see what Xerxes would look like if he actually had a team that could actually play football. You know, like imagine having a midfielder that actually knows how you play, like a certain Frenchman we have. I'm not going to say his name. You know,
that's
but
the way that the issue lies. But yo, you man, gotta close out. Love to everyone that stopped in.
Yeah, man.
So I'm just gonna send everyone redirecting over there. But run up the likes on here, hit the subscribe button. We back live on the playback for the Arsenal Newcastle game, Carabao Cup semi-final. We'll be on there, and then we're back live on here 11:30 p.m. UK time. Manchester United Arsenal show. So TJ will be on. Tony will be back as well, discussing hopefully our Arsenal loss. That's what we're hoping and see their fan base in meltdown after Newcastle done cut them. But we'll see. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button again, follow the playback, get over to playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. And don't forget, this show, all the other shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. But big up. Love to all the ManDem. Shouts to Sheik, Nero, Leon, Eddie, Kaneki. Big up to all you, man. Yeah. Blessings to everyone that has locked in. It's been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Salute.